Welcome inside the gymnasium in North Central for a doubleheader of basketball on this Tuesday evening. Thanks for joining us on the ISC Sports Network. A non-conference matchup featuring Crispus Attucks and North Central. Tonight's game on the ISC Sports Network is brought to us by LD Smith Plumbing. LD Smith Plumbing, the big dogs of plumbing. And by the Paul Logan Foundation, honoring Coach Logan's legacy and bringing our community together. Alongside Pete Smith, my name is Greg Rakestraw. Girl-boy doubleheader this evening, so the girls' game first. It is 1-4 Crispus Attucks against 3-3 North Central. Pete, quick thoughts on this one before we get to tip-off.
Well, I think Crispus Attucks' record is a little deceiving. Their losses have been to Zionsville, Carmel Pike, and a really good team out of Tennessee. Their win against Tech. And you know, coming in 1-4, they got to be hungry for a win, and they're going to play hard tonight.
It is a Crispus Attucks program that last had a winning season 3 years ago. They do get the benefit of no longer being in 4A. This is their second year in 3A. The bad news is Cathedral, Chichard, and Purdue Poly have all been pretty good, and that is the sectional in which they keep. You know, for North Central, again, they've got to deal with LN/LC in their sectional, not to mention in their league. It's been kind of a slow build. Obviously, Fakara Hawkins is now here, former outstanding college player. Did a great job down at Oakland City in the NAIA ranks. This is a team that I think that is improved. What the ceiling of this group is going to be, Pete, we're about to find out.
We'll find out. They play pretty much 9 players. They're rather deep, but again, a lot of new faces for them. And 3-3 on the year, wins against Marion, Park Tudor, and Peru in a shootout. Good losses, when I say good losses, quality teams in Westfield, Franklin Central, and a mid-conference loss to Lawrence North.
You'll be hearing us talk about the banks on a regular basis for Crispus Attucks. Camera wears number 3. She averages 13 points a game. Kennedy wears number 4. She averages 11 points a contest. And it's really a balanced effort for this North Central squad. Look for Mackenzie Rutland and Ari Harrington to lead the way for the Panthers in tonight's contest. Again, our boys' game will be on My Indy TV. Our coverage begins approximately on that one at 7:30. With the national anthem about to play here in the background, we will step aside. We'll come back with starting lineups and opening tip-off from North Central High School. It is Crispus Attucks at North Central, and you're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
Your home uses water all day, every day. So when plumbing problems arise, you need them fixed fast and right. The LD Smith Plumbing crew can handle anything, from outdoor plumbing repairs to everyday water problems. Plumbing may not be pretty, but we're pretty darn good at it, and we'll always give you a fair price.
That's our dirty, stinking, honest LD Smith Plumbing promise.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking, honest.
Call today and save up to $300 on a new water heater installed.
Hey there, my name is Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually, the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the ISC Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds, talking Colts,
Hardly
Pacers, Indiana sports, every Tuesday night, 7:30, ISC Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
Let's share with you some numbers for both these teams. Crispus Attucks coming in averaging 45 points a contest, allowing 57, shooting just 31% from the field on the season and 23% from three-point range. They make 6 threes a contest, 56% from the line, 8 assists, 16 turnovers, and 9 steals on the campaign for the Crispus Attucks Tigers. Cameron Banks, second season as the head coach of this Crispus Attucks program. Last year, the Tigers were 8-14 as their starters have been introduced. And again, as expected, Cameron Banks, Kennedy Banks, 7 walls from a scoring standpoint lead the way. And sizable freshman Zaya Jones catches your attention at 6'2". Again, for North Central, they were off last week. Much as their students had a full week off for Thanksgiving, Their team had a week off as well. They actually played in the Sneakers for Santa event over in Brownsburg last, November the 22nd. Beat Peru by a score of 61-37. Other wins on the season for North Central against Marion and Park Tudor. We had the game against Lawrence North, a really good ball game. A couple of weeks ago, they lost 62-57. Other losses to Westfield and Franklin Central. This event always sneaks up on you. We're a week away from the Marion County girls basketball tournament. They had to play a very good Pike team, though, and Pike, both in girls and boys, are amongst the best teams in the state this season. That's the next big challenge for North Central coming up on Friday night. Starting lineups for North Central: Nina Whitehead, Ari Harrington, Kenley Schuler, Macy Loy, and Mackenzie Rutland. And one thing and one luxury that Fakara Hawkins has in this game coming up tonight, Pete, is the standpoint of she will play 9 or 10. And again, because this group has kind of grown together the last couple of years, really good depth on this team.
Yeah, they're very deep, and with that, you can play a little bit faster because you know you're not going to be able to. They don't need rest. I mean, because they can come right out. They don't miss much when they bring somebody off the bench.
Last time these two teams played each other was 3 years ago. That was a game won by North Central, 63-26, ironically. That was played as part of the Sneakers for Santa event in Brownsburg as well. And for many years, these two teams were in the same sectional. Unfortunately for Attucks, that was right when kind of North Central was in their last heyday. Last 3 years been a bit of a struggle for the Panthers, but I think some brighter days are ahead. Schuler will jump at center. Jones will have the honor for Crispus Attucks. And we appreciate you being with us here on the ISC Sports Network. That might be Angel Britt, looks like, that's in the lineup. If that is the case, Britt is making her season debut for Crispus Attucks.
6-foot freshman. Straight man-to-man defense by the Panthers to start out on this first possession.
Not sure if Fakara wants to play zone, but again, given kind of the strengths or weaknesses of this Attucks team, might think about it. And as I say that, Camera Banks hits a three. Attucks has been a frequent flyer in terms of threes. They've not been great about their percentage. Schuler runs the floor, and any points from Kenley are a bonus. The junior center with a look at the rim for an early two, and that'll be a blocking foul against North Central.
I like how Schuler ran the floor there against that press breaker. They found the middle, looked opposite. Textbook basketball when you get pressed. You want to try to get the ball to the middle and look opposite. That backside was open there. Here's a great look at it. She ran, she showed her hand. I was open, threw over the top, layup.
She was reluctant to shoot the ball when we last saw them against Lawrence North. Whitehead picks up the foul, her first, and team foul number 2 as well.
Nice pick and roll for Britt.
And puts it off the window. Good look that would not go. But young size for Britt. 10 different players have played in the game this year for Attucks. Britt makes it 11. Contested baseline shot is good. The home rims. Kind of Nina Whitehead.
A tough runner on that right baseline. I thought the angle was really tough.
Nina, one of 4 seniors on the roster. Probably will see at least 3 of them play tonight. On the drive, blocking foul is called, and 7 Walls. With the hustle on the way up, she'll shoot 2.
Got to give her a lot of credit because she initiated that contact, but she was strong enough that she got the shot off, and the call goes against Schuler.
So Schuler picks up the foul, her first, and team foul number 2 as well. Walls on the season, 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Attucks as a team, 56% from the stripe. Camera Banks by far the best free throw shooter for Attucks so far this year. Came in at 75% and had made 21. Makes them both.
She's got a great stroke. Gets that ball stopped in the shot pocket. Again, 1-2-2 full court pressure. You'd like to get it to the middle, and if you don't, a turnover happens.
Steal on the drive. Schuler does a good job just walling off and preventing any further damage. On the hustle, fake the pass, make the shot. Nina Whitehead. A couple of impressive buckets so far.
Did a great job. They had a 3-on-1, but if you don't stop the ball should go to the rim. Don't let the defender play 2 players at once. If they don't stop you, take it.
Half-court trap that leads an open baseline corner 3, and Mackenzie Rutland has her pocket picked, and it's a left-hand layup and score for Kennedy Banks.
Well, you can tell the up-tempo, kind of like the upcoming boys game. Attucks wants up-tempo. They're going to initiate the press. and really try to cause some turnovers here.
I'm not sure either team's going to play real slow in tonight's game.
North Central's boys will. In my talk with, that's for a conversation later with Kevin Gant we had.
You can feel free to preview that as much as you'd like to in this one, sir. Absolutely.
Face up, face up, face up.
This is Macy Loy.
Woo, tight walk the baseline, got away with it.
Loy is their instigator in terms of their half-court offense.
Good cut.
Rutland on the take, got fouled, and Mackenzie Rutland will shoot you. Well, this is a unique game for Mackenzie. Her brother Ronnie played at Crispus Attucks after playing 1 year here at North Central. In fact, her grandfather played for Crispus Attucks as well. Dad played at Pike High School, was an outstanding player at Pike.
Saw Ron come on in a little bit earlier here.
This is good scheduling for the Rutland family because they know to expect the other kids play on the ISC Sports Network. We'll have Ronnie tomorrow night at Marion, now in his sophomore season, transferring from IU Indy. As Marion plays host to Goshen tomorrow night. Women's game at 5:30, men's game at 7:30. And Mackenzie makes them both.
Better than the last boys game I did on ISC Sports Network. 4 of 4 at the line, these two teams so far. The boys the other night left a lot to be desired when it came to free throw shooting. The Ben Davis Fishers game I was lucky to be on.
That was a quality game, though.
It was, oh yeah. Yeah.
On the pull, high arcer is good. Kennedy Banks with her second field goal. Both teams have brought their A game so far. Frankly, both teams are well rested.
Good look.
Catch and shoot by Lloyd does not go, but the long rebound. Ari Harrington, her pull-up is good. And Ari's dad is Harvey, as in Al Harrington's younger brother. Harvey, a fantastic basketball and football player here at North Central.
I coached against Harvey when I was head boys coach at Carmel. Yep, outstanding athlete.
Last time we had North Central, Ari had 15 in the loss to LN. How about that? The three is good for Naomi Moses.
I like how both teams are clicking on offense so far. It's not because of lack of defense. Good rotation there defensively.
Schuler pick and pop does not go. And the rebound taken up by Walls. Walls on the drive. Good looking left hand that would not go. Who kicked it last? The answer is,
I think it's off Brett.
Crispus Attucks.
Angel Brett.
And this is an area where North Central will have an advantage. As you take a look at the last replay, all of a sudden 4 new faces come in. Raven Walls enters and brings size off the bench at 6'2". Haley Howard comes on, a 5'6" junior.
2-3 zone now by Attucks. Since they've taken the press off, going to fall back to a 2-3 in the half court.
Hallie Daniels in there, and freshman Denia King. If you're a freshman getting time at North Central, you've probably got to be pretty good. A school of this size. Ball tipped away, taken away. Second North Central turnover.
Oh.
And then Attucks gives it right back. Their first giveaway. And hustling and getting their benefit is Nina Whitehead, that's got 6 of North Central's points so far. And we're tied at 12. Spot up 3, heat check that does not go. Good job on the weak side glass by Daniels.
Oh, nice look.
Always reward the big for running the floor.
Yeah. Raven Walls did a great job running the floor there, the 6'2 senior coming off the bench tonight.
Going to be a blocking foul on Whitehead, and that's important, Pete. That's her second. It's the leading scorer tonight, and again, the senior that gets the most minutes. And there's a story for North Central as well. They are not far away from getting a very talented piece added into the mix. Naja Winston, transfer from LN, last year's state champs. She's about to finish that 30-day transfer sit. So she'll be back in soon for North Central. Right ID on the glass, probably one pass too many. That is Omri Cook who just checked in. And a foul against Crispus Attucks.
Well, I sort of like Attucks in the press. They're going to fall back to a 2-3 zone again here, trailing by 2.
Part of that, Pete, may just be numbers game. Yeah. They really have 9 players in uniform this evening. So some of this may be out of necessity in terms of that zone.
Yeah.
Ball tipped away. Good job of reading the passing lane and keeping it in play. Nice step through move, just couldn't finish. North Central's been really good about transitioning quickly in this game. Loy will check back in next dead ball. Pete, this is really solid from both these teams so far.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just trying to see where Walls is trying to set a back screen against that zone. Now she's going to flash to it. Middle's wide open if they could just get someone to cut it.
Longest
drive it.
possession of the game. Led to a good look, a foul against Raven Walls. And that is team foul number 4 against North Central. So no free throws yet. Loy will check back in. King will have a seat. Britt returns now for Crispus Attucks.
And North Central now falls to a 2-3 zone. So both teams half court wise started in man to man. Now they're in the 2-3.
Britt putting on to it. Third Attucks turnover. Harrington again wants to go back to that left hand. Really couldn't do it. Great job to knock that away by Crispus Attucks. 4th North Central giveaway. North Central active in the passing lanes. Takes it right back. And Harrington, that natural ability to be a left-hander. You're going to get a free look oftentimes out of that. And Ari gets her second bucket of the game.
Okay, they got some good athletes on the court. Both these squads do. Good pull-up. Looked good when she shot it.
I don't think Attucks taken a bad shot yet. He's had some shots that have not fallen. Walls in a triple team. Great hustle. Just couldn't find a teammate. Attucks doing a lot of things well, just not getting rewarded on all of them right now.
No, you're right.
And again, no shot clock. You can take your time in trying to dissect this zone. Good job by Camera Banks to knock the ball away.
Last couple minutes the play has digressed a little bit, but I'll tell you, the first 5 to 6 minutes of this game, really well played. Good shots. Both teams going to zone and just being patient a little bit, not knowing what shot they want to take in it right now. Rutland's going to throw the ball in bounds.
So Rutland back in for North Central. Rutland is a good player to have in the middle of the zone because she can do exactly that. They're going to say, though, that she had a foot in the lane too long.
Yeah, they overloaded. They'd overload that whole side, so it was an overload, and her foot just never got out of the high post there. The flash was good. She just didn't know where she was at paint-wise.
She'll make it tougher to zone when she's in the game.
Almost a 1-3-1 here now.
Correct.
3-1. Half court, couldn't tell the alignment at first.
Banks will fire and rally home her second made 3. So 3 so far for Crispus Attucks, which is half of what they make on a per game basis. Walls says, forget the game clock, I'm going for it. Raven's second bucket off the bench.
Strong move, better make it if you're going to take it there.
Good job to shoot the gap by Harrington. Races back, got fouled. 2 free throws coming up.
Harrington upset she missed the left-hand layup, and she is a lefty. But she got her own rebound. She crossed over instead of going to the right, which would have saved her. There's the slap down and the foul.
Second foul against Walls. So 2 free throws coming up. First free throws taken by Harrington. She's got 5. Layla Scott Knox will come on. And so North Central, if you dress for the varsity, good chance you're playing.
Perfect 6 for 6 by these two teams here in the first quarter from the charity stripe.
Clock is on your screen. Ball needs to go up. Banks on time, just off target. And a half-court heave, not in time. Well played opening quarter between both of these two teams. It's North Central 20 and Crispus Attucks 15. We're back in a moment as you're watching high school hoops on the ISC Sports Network.
Your home uses water all day, every day. So when plumbing problems arise, you need them fixed fast and right. The LD Smith Plumbing Crew can handle anything, from outdoor plumbing repairs to everyday water problems. Plumbing may not be pretty, but we're pretty darn good at it, and we'll always give you a fair price.
That's our dirty, stinking honest LD Smith Plumbing promise.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Call today for $50 off any plumbing repair, big or small.
The Paul Logan Foundation continues to give back to Washington Township by providing valuable resources to all athletic teams and is dedicated to supporting student athletes and enhancing athletic opportunities across the district. Be sure to attend the 5th annual Paul Logan Invitational this winter on December 29th and 30th, which can be seen on the ISC Sports Network. The Paul Logan Foundation honoring Coach Logan's legacy and bringing our community together. Greg Straw, Pete Smith with you. Thanks to Jordan Shue and Charlie Hammock as well. First of 2 tonight. Boys game can be seen on My Indy TV coming up at 7:30. Good job by Harrington to knock down the triple.
And a nice pick by Raven Walls to get her open.
So Harrington with 9. And they're going to give Harrington, I think, credit for a steal and an inadvertent whistle.
They are.
So hence, turnover against Crispus Attucks.
Tough break for the Flying Tigers. And we're going to get it cleared, make sure we understand the call here. Good explanation. Let's take a look at it. Here we go. Inbounds, steal. Could have been a jump ball right there. There's the whistle. And I'm not sure really what the call is.
I think she almost anticipated a foul or a jump ball that didn't happen. And by the time she did, it's like, okay, inadvertent whistle. North Central had possession. Explanation given, we play on. Walls. Not that time.
She likes to use the glass, though, doesn't she? Both times around the rim, she uses that backboard.
That's an old school post, right?
Yep.
Nice step through by Banks. Didn't finish. And the rebound to Layla Scott Knox.
Oh, that's tough.
Just
a
a
run out.
little too much. Good lead pass. Banks couldn't finish.
I think she anticipated contact, and she just should have went up and finished. She's got 8 points. She's had a really good first quarter.
Good quick hands, though, by Attucks. Banks off 2 feet, score that one.
Now she's got 10.
Hammer Banks the bucket. A 6-point game. 7th North Central turnover, by the way. They'd like to curtail that, but again, that's part of the pace and space that Attucks plays with.
Attucks starting back in a man-to-man defense this second quarter. They played about 4 minutes of 2-3 zone there to end the quarter. Another steal.
That's 7 Walls, and Walls got clattered into by Denia King, and 7 will go to the free throw line where she is 2 of 2 tonight. Very unique for Attucks. On the road to start the month, and they are at home 0 times this month. Every game they play in December is a road game. At Danville, at Noblesville, at Tinley, and at Crystal House. They have a game against a school out of Toledo on December the 13th. And they play at Warren Central and at Center Grove before a little bit of a 2-week break. Free throw is good for Walls. So the next home game for Crispus Attucks isn't until January the 9th.
Oh, my gosh.
On the Marion County Girls Tournament is next week. The city tournament for the girls waits until January. It's the week before the boys, as Walls makes them both.
I was a head coach a long time, Greg. I don't think I ever had that long away from my home gym for a game.
Well, normally they're building you a new building, if that's the case. If you've got like a 6-week road trip.
Well, Guerin Catholic does have a new field house. They won't play competition games in there, maybe freshman games, but no, I was never in that kind of situation.
That's like the San Antonio rodeo trip, right?
Yeah. They'll kick it back.
Nice move by Harrington, and again, that's her dominant hand. Couldn't get it to go. Good weak side glass. That's Daniels who puts it up and in, and Pete, 6 different Panthers have scored already.
Yeah, she was in the right place at the right time. Deep one.
Wasn't exactly a 4-pass possession that time for Attucks, but rebound corralled. This is Justice Griffin. Couldn't get it to go. Griffin averaging a couple of points a game in 2 games played so far. She's a 5'5" senior.
I think she was trying to throw it up to Angel Britt there. Just couldn't get it over the defenders. Man-to-man defense on the out-of-bounds play. Get out of the corner. Good call here. You got Rutland. little bit of a mismatch there, height-wise.
Catch and shoot 3 for Attucks is good. Bucket is good by Naomi Moses. That is her second 3, 4th as a team. Hammerbanks has 2, Naomi has 2, and Tigers are hanging around.
They're playing well. North Central's just played a little better.
Well, you touched on the level of schedule they have played,
Yep,
and steps called.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Again, Attucks' losses are Zionsville, Carmel, Pike, and again, Pike is a top 5 level team in the state this year.
And I'm guessing the Clarksville Christian team they played was pretty good. The 20-point spread in that one.
Drive and dish, corner 3, not that time, but good job detracting the rebound by Banks, and Banks.
Raven Walls got her, I think, on the foul there, Greg.
Did a good job of kind of getting into Walls to create that contact.
Yeah, she does a really good job of protecting her shot. She initiates the contact again, no foul there, but there on the second bump, Raven Walls, arms going down, 2-shot foul.
So Walls and Whitehead each with 2. Free throw missed by Banks. Again, she has been by far the best free throw shooter this season for Attucks.
Well, first miss of the game by either team here with 5:11 to go until halftime. Really good free throw shooting so far by these teams.
Banks connects. All points, not surprised coming from 4 players for Attucks. They're more of a kind of a top-heavy team. And again, we sing the praise that North Central's doing a lot of things right. Taking care of the basketball has not necessarily been one of them. That's 10 turnovers now so far.
First couple minutes, 1 turnover by both teams is picked up a lot by North Central. They fall back into a 2-3 zone this time.
And 2 players just split the difference.
One more pass. Good.
Deep 3 for Banks in rhythm and goes up and over the backboard.
That's a good shot, though. It really is. They got the defense to shift to that right side. They had a post player in the weak side for the rebound when she rotated down that block, 1 extra pass and got a good shot. And they'll fall back into man possession. Attucks will.
20-point opening quarter for North Central, just 5 in the first 3 minutes and change of quarter number 2. Just open up one side of the floor and let Whitehead go to work. So of note, Whitehead is back on the floor with 2 fouls. Maybe you can hide her a bit more if you're going to play zone defensively. Let's see if it's on the shot or on the drive. On the drive is the whistle. Kennedy Banks the foul, her second. And a timeout taken by Fakara Malone. We'll quickly step aside midway through quarter number 2. North Central's lead is 2 on the ISC Sports Network.
Hey there, my name is Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the ISC Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds, talking Colts, Pacers, Indiana sports, every Tuesday night, 7:30, ISC Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
As always, thanks to Andy Elkins here at North Central High School. We see the Panthers a lot. We kind of alternate, whether we see them home or road. Uniquely this year, the only times we're scheduled to be here in the building this year is for the Paul Logan Classic coming up on December 29th and 30th. We'll have all 12 games for you for free on the ISC Sports Network. The Jeffersonville Carmel game on Monday the 29th can be seen on MyIndy TV as well.
How many games does ISC have scheduled during the holidays? Because I won't be at North Central at the Paul Logan.
You're
I
going
will
to be
be
at
at
Kokomo.
for
The
2
answer
days.
is a million.
A million games.
Or 32. If you count the 3 games from the Elwood event we're doing this year, the Frankton event, that number jumps to 35.
Got a equipment timeout here. Just caught her with some jewelry on.
Yep.
I think she's got to come out of the game. No, she's okay. Not sure they're going to make her come out of the game or not. Nope.
I think that's more of. Is it a technical foul? Yes.
Yep. Okay. I thought there had to be some kind of penalty. Not saying it doesn't happen to the boys either. It happens a little bit more in the girls' action. As you mentioned, Banks, an outstanding free throw shooter, 3 of 4 so far in the contest here.
This is how we're going to get in for free, but I already got in for free.
And connects.
Got a nice stroke.
And it is 2 shots. And makes them both. So she is already in double figures.
And
Harrington's
possession of the ball
9.
Yeah, and possession of the ball.
Again,
here.
in high school, it is 2 shots and the ball for a technical. So apparently that does not go under, or is it? Nope, it's not. So that's an administrative technical, hence not possession.
Okay. I was going to agree with you, but I didn't think you lost possession.
Right.
Boy, that's a major turnover there.
A player conduct technical, you do. A administrative one, you don't.
Okay, we have more discussion on things here. I'm excited to see this play. Fair comes to fish. Here's another technical.
Yep. I think they're going to get Harrington for having the exact same issue. So we go back to the other end. We'll do this again.
Well, she still hasn't taken him out. There she goes. Yep, something in the air. Well, this sure the heck helps Attucks
Pete,
out.
I say this to people all the time. One of the reasons I love doing play-by-play is no game is ever the same. I've never seen that happen before in back-to-back fashion.
Well, 4-point play on the 2 technicals. Now North Central will finally get to try to execute this. I call it the line play on the baseline. Out of bounds underneath the basket. Usually it's a block-to-block screen with like a lob. There's the lob. Throw it in. Okay, 5 should be there. Face up, Rutland.
Ooh. Harrington had a window, but just lost her footing.
I can see her start to slip.
Whitehead's 3 does not go. Good, tough rebound by the freshman and Britt. And a foul called against Harrington.
Wow. Not very much time has gone off the clock, but it's been a long 2 minutes here for the Panthers as they've lost the nice lead they had built up a little bit.
And those technicals do count as personals, so that's 2 on Harrington. They also count as team fouls. Now it's the 2-shot bonus again for Banks. So these are now free throws, 7 and 8 of the half for Banks.
Well, some great lessons to be learned. One, if you're watching and you're a girls basketball player, make sure you don't have anything illegal still on your body. And 2, if you're watching this and just a regular fan, you've understood a new rule now.
Credit Banks. All good scores don't give away free points. And that's exactly what she did, as she has now made her last 7 free throws. Tucker will come on. Here's your Tucker, 5'11" junior. Harrington exits. Loy exits. So on 6 straight free throws, Attucks takes a 4-point lead. This was a 5-point North Central lead going to halftime. Almost the extension of that off arm. Shot doesn't go, but there's Walls. No. Rutland in traffic is fouled.
It's going to be on the floor. It'll be out of bounds underneath.
That foul goes against Britt. Schuler now will come in to give Walls a breather.
Schuler started the contest, got the game's first basket for North Central.
Those two really kind of job share the 5. They'll rotate minutes.
Walls a little bit more offensive-minded. Nice out-of-bounds play to Rutland.
Rutland AD cleater of a screen. Couldn't hit the shot and then couldn't hang on to the rebound. Banks to Banks, except Banks traveled. Yep, didn't catch it cleanly. Pace is slowed to a crawl here in the middle of the second quarter. But the competitive nature of this game is still on.
I'll tell you, the first 4 to 5 minutes, both teams pressing. They're both teams really aggressive. A near turnover. Should be, was there a touch or not?
Over and back is the call.
Yeah, I didn't think the defense, touched it. So when the Rutland girl's foot went back behind the 10-second line, that forced the turnover. Panthers going to fall back into a 1-3-1. They played a couple early in the quarter. 1-3-1.
Nice steal. That should lead to an easy bucket for King, who will lay it up and in. You'll get a kick out of this reference. I would almost call that the old Homer Drew 1-1-3, whereas a 2-3, they really wanted to push you to one side.
Good memory. Yeah, I played it. I remember when he coached at Bethel, he did the same thing.
See, sometimes, folks, we as broadcasters lead our analysts into telling a story on the air, since he played for Homer and I called his games from the other side while he was the head coach at Valpo. Shot missed by North Central. Outlet pass, though, misses from Britt. It'll stay here with the Panthers.
I like the potential in Britt. She's done some nice things tonight. You can just tell she is a freshman. She's trying to get rid of the ball too quick in that situation. Needs to find an outlet of a guard and just didn't have the opportunity there. Threw it out of bounds. 2-3 zone by the Tigers.
The runner by the freshman does not go, but Schuler is there and gets her second bucket.
2 for 3 from the field so far for Kenley. Deep.
Heat check. Here comes the pressure.
Attack 4-on-1 there. Yep, traveled.
And steps called.
Just a little too much in a hurry. Layla Scott Knox there on the baseline. We've got a timeout as we take a look at that last turnover. Boy, there wasn't much there. There was not much there.
Bit of a running start.
Right, the running start.
So tied at 29 with 2:27 left to go. All right, let's kind of tease up again. The boys game can be seen on MyNDTV this evening at 7:30. ISCSportsNetwork.com and IHSATV.org has it as well. Quick thought on the boys contest coming up.
Should be a real good one. I mean, North Central's only played one game to that point. They played pretty well, got a win against Brownsburg, made plays down the stretch to win the game, 7-point victory. Attucks coming off a 2-point loss against Lawrence North, a good win against Tech to open the season by 20. Got a lot of new faces on their team that got some good playing time.
Pete, I like the fact that Tech and Attucks game, they play it on the first day you can play, the Monday of Thanksgiving week. That's kind of become like the season tip-off in Indianapolis area. The crowd was outstanding at Attucks for that game last Monday night.
And luckily I had the Attucks game last year when they opened up the season against Lawrence North. A great crowd that night too. 1-3-1, rotates up a little bit. Interesting.
Shot blocked. Ooh. That was Whitehead that got it. It will be out of bounds to Attucks. Great timing by Nina. And Whitehead, Walls, and Ayanna White. It's been two of the seniors we have seen play so far. Again, Winston will join them shortly. Good basket cut, and Britt is fouled. She'll get a couple of free throws here.
Angel Britt, we weren't sure she was going to start tonight. She did get the starting nod. See this more and more, particularly in the girls. 2 different colored shoes.
Right. Shot does not go. Missed them both.
Yeah, both of them pretty flat. Not a lot of arch, but
Ball finds a teammate. Jump ball is called. The arrow will keep it here. Two, three on the inbounds play here.
Good. Nice out of bounds play. Good execution. The step through guy, step through person was the one open. Going to shoot a pair of free throws here. Going to be 7 Walls. She's 2 of 2 at the line already in the game.
Well, the story here is the fact that these will be free throws 15 and 16 of the half for Attucks. King commits the foul. 12 of them have been made so far for Attucks. Make it 13. Impervious even to the broadcaster jinx.
Just 2 field goals in this second quarter for the Tigers, but they've made up for it at the line. They lead by 2 with 2 minutes to go.
Griffin back in.
A great place to trap. Great place to trap. Smart play.
Yeah, throw it off the player's foot.
Yeah, Whitehead got it off of her foot.
Macy Loy will check back in. Raven Walls will do the same.
Little box set. Let's see if the screener they put in. They've subbed so many players. Hopefully they can remember the play they were going to run here. If it's screen the screener. Nope, it's going to be a cross screen.
The pull up from 16 does not go. Good rebound. Banks catch and shoot does not go, but picked up by Kennedy. That does not go, and now Rutland. When Rutland gets a rebound, she can kind of lead the break and get the team in the offense. Loy in the corner, no. Walls. King's 3, yes.
Shared the ball really well that time. Made the extra pass. King knocks it down.
It's the second made 3 by North Central. Puts them back in front as we approach a minute left to go here in the opening half.
Denia with 5 points now. Banks has range. She's not connected from 3 that deep in the game. She opened with the contest with a pair of threes, but not out that far. Oh, she traveled.
Just couldn't get rid of it in time.
Yeah, she traveled on that one. Right idea. Looked like a semi-Europe step, except we're in the United States.
The metric conversion was not allowed, is what you're saying. If she gets that pass away before that right foot comes down,
yep,
legal play.
Yep, you saw it on the replay there.
Good job to get a hand in the passing lane, and on the
foul?
take, that's Naomi Moses. Rutland the guilty party of the foul, and Moses will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. She is 6 of 12 on the season, has made 2 threes tonight for her 6 points. Banks, Walls, and Moses, again, their leading scorers, have all the points so far. But Attucks has been a team that, frankly, has not gotten to the line very often this year. They have gotten there and made them tonight.
The 2 technicals were 4 bonus points per se, but yes, they've done a great job initiating contact and drawing fouls on the Panthers.
Moses misses. Walls turns, shot blocked. And Banks the rebound. And then Banks, not sure she was fouled, the ball just knocked out of bounds. I think it's the latter, yep.
Nice block there by Angel Britt.
Let's see if Attucks will look to hold for 1 here, potentially take the lead to halftime. Walls will come back in as Omri Cook will have a seat. We'll get Rutland out with 2 fouls, will North Central.
tried to get Schuler in the game, couldn't get it in for this last defensive possession if Attucks holds for the last shot.
North Central does not have fouls to give here.
North Central extending that zone. They're not going to let them just hold it. Going to initiate them, maybe shoot faster or turn the ball over with 10 seconds to go just about now.
Banks on the take and again draws contact.
Yeah, Banks has really earned it tonight from the standpoint of her penetration, and she's initiated the contact and she's gotten the calls from that standpoint.
Free throws 21 and 22 of the half. Coming up here.
Walls is in pretty good shape. The problem is her arms. I think that's what they're really looking at. She can't keep those arms straight up, vertical, and I think that's why they charged a couple fouls on North Central for that situation. Banks knocks down the first one.
Crispus Attucks has made 7 field goals, 4 threes and 3 twos. Everything else has come from the lines. They have made 15 free throws here in the opening half. Make it 16.
And they jump into a 1-2-2, not to let know, but they look long and get it.
Loy sneaks behind and scores. Macy Loy gets the bucket, and we are tied at halftime. Well, Attucks trailed by 5 going into the quarter. They led for a good chunk of quarter number 2. And at the break, our score, Crispus Attucks 34 and North Central 34. We'll take this quick timeout. Halftime coverage North Central comes your way next. You're watching girls high school basketball here on the ISC Sports Network.
Your home uses water all day, every day. So when plumbing problems arise, you need them fixed fast and right. The LD Smith Plumbing Crew can handle anything, from outdoor plumbing repairs to everyday water problems. Plumbing may not be pretty, but we're pretty darn good at it, and we'll always give you a fair price.
That's our dirty, stinking honest LD Smith Plumbing promise.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Call today and save up to $300 on a new water heater installed.
Hey there, my name is Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the ISC Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds, talking Colts,
Hardly
Pacers, Indiana sports, every Tuesday night, 7:30, ISC Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Your home uses water all day, every day. So when plumbing problems arise, you need them fixed fast and right. The LD Smith Plumbing Crew can handle anything, from outdoor plumbing repairs to everyday water problems. Plumbing may not be pretty, but we're pretty darn good at it, and we'll always give you a fair price.
That's our dirty, stinking honest LD Smith Plumbing promise.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Call today for $50 off any plumbing repair, big or small.
The highlights flying by from half number 1, a very competitive half. Really no lead longer than 5 or 6 in either direction. North Central led after 1 quarter. A series of free throws, including 4 straight technical fouls, not for behavior, but for jewelry left in earlobes against North Central on 2 different players. Kind of changed the momentum of this game. North Central scored late to tie it at 34. We'll get to scoring in a minute. Just Pete, overall, your thoughts on this one?
Well, you're going to see mostly North Central highlights of baskets because Attucks only has 7 field goals in the first half here. So But Foster, it started out, if you didn't join us to the start of the game, a great first quarter from the standpoint of good action, good ball movement, making shots. There's a great look there for Walls for a layup. And then when both teams went half court in the zone, they just seemed to struggle getting good shots. And when they did, they didn't make them. But again, Attucks doing a great job of matching them at the free throw line when they've had those opportunities. They've drawn a lot of fouls on the Panthers.
The stat of the night is the fact that Crispus Attucks is 16 of 20 from the free throw line. Cameron Banks has been great about getting to the line on a regular basis. She's hit most of the free throws that Attucks has made this year. Pete, on the season, the Tigers are 58% from the line. Again tonight, they are 16 of 20, which is frankly the reason why this is a competitive ball game at this juncture.
Oh, no doubt about it. But they played well. Both games have played really well. I thought Attucks would come out and play well tonight, coming in with a 1-4 record and having some of the opponents they've had to face. I think they're learning some lessons.
Scoring in tonight's game, Harrington with 9, Whitehead with 6, 5 for Denia King, 4 for Schuler and Walls, 2 for Daniels, Loy, and Rutland. Balance is what this North Central team is about. Again, Harrington is their leading scorer, but it's a pretty balanced effort, so not surprising to see 8 different players have scored tonight for North Central. For Crispus Attucks, 9 in uniform, really 8 that have played, but 4 that have scored, and that's going to be kind of their MO. Camera Banks with 17, Naomi Moses with 7, 7 Walls with 6, and Kennedy Banks with 4. Britt, Cook, and Griffin have all played, but did not score. Simply put, against 3A competition, this Attucks team is going to be just fine. They play kind of a mix of 3A, 4A, and some smaller schools in their league. But if you can be competitive in North Central, even if it's a kind of a middle-of-the-road North Central team this year, there's going to be some W's on this schedule for the Tigers, Pete.
There is, but you mentioned how tough their sectional is moving back to 3A. They've been in the 4A the last 4 years, moving back enrollment-wise to 3A. A little bit more of a challenge from the standpoint of who is in their sectional.
We'll take this quick timeout. When we come back, third quarter action is not too far away. It is Crispus Attucks 34 and North Central 34. We're back with you in a matter of moments as you're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
Your home uses water all day, every day. So when plumbing problems arise, you need them fixed fast and right. The LD Smith Plumbing Crew can handle anything, from outdoor plumbing repairs to everyday water problems. Plumbing may not be pretty, but we're pretty darn good at it, and we'll always give you a fair price.
That's our dirty, stinking honest LD Smith Plumbing promise.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Call today and save up to $300 on a new water heater installed.
Hey there, my name is Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the ISC Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds, talking Colts,
Hardly
Pacers, Indiana sports, every Tuesday night, 7:30, ISC Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Your home uses water all day, every day. So when plumbing problems arise, you need them fixed fast and right. The LD Smith Plumbing Crew can handle anything, from outdoor plumbing repairs to everyday water problems. Plumbing may not be pretty, but we're pretty darn good at it, and we'll always give you a fair price.
That's our dirty, stinking honest LD Smith Plumbing promise.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Call today for $50 off any plumbing repair, big or small.
Thanks to our friends at LD Smith Plumbing. Thanks to the Paul Logan Foundation for sending tonight's game on the ISC Sports Network. Girls and boys doubleheader. Happy to have both of them for you. And the boys' game can be seen on My Indy TV 23. The coverage begins at 7:30 for the boys' contest. Pete, what changes do you think might we see from either side here in half number 2?
Well, we are concerned a little bit about the depth because Attucks started out in a really nice full court 1-2-2. It killed them on the last possession because their back line player didn't sprint back and they gave up the tying basket here for the first half. I look for them to initiate the press again. I hope they will, or I think they will, because I thought that was really beneficial. Meanwhile, for North Central, zone worked out pretty well. They've just got to stop fouling so much, and that's tough to do when Cameron Banks is just doing a really good job of penetrating and get in there. When Banks settles for threes, it's a win for the Panthers.
And both these teams next play on Friday. Attucks heads out to Danville to play in their annual Hoops Fest. North Central has a big conference game against Pike. So the Marion County Tournament kicks in next week for North Central. Crispus Attucks has a slew of road games, a couple of Capital City Athletic Conference games. They take on both Tinley and Crystal House next week. Crispus Attucks also had a game against Ben Davis that got postponed before Thanksgiving. Slated for a Tuesday night game last week, so we'll see when that gets added back to the schedule.
Sounding old, this gym used to be a lot darker. And every time I come in here in the last couple of years, I have flashbacks of when I was the coach at Carmel and we played here, and it was a much darker gym. The facelift they've got with the new bleachers, the really nice bleachers, the sharper colored floor, the brighter colored floor has really made this a gem of a gym. Not saying the old one wasn't, because there's a lot of history in that gym, but it's just really been beautiful here. And you've got 63, 71 banners on the one end of the wall. That's pretty impressive for state championships.
Construction is not completely done, but it's close. They're in very much the final stages of years worth of renovations here at Washington Township. Great seal and better lead. Give the assist to Harrington, the bucket to Rutland.
Boy, you can tell they wanted a set play right out of the start. Mackenzie's first field goal, she has 4 now.
And Mackenzie is going to be their leading post scorer most nights. Offense you get from Walls and Schuler is a bonus.
But they've got that zone North Central's in really extended wide. Oh, look opposite, look opposite. The opposite's the better look there.
Catch by Banks, fires and scores. That's Kennedy's 3, her first. Cameron's made a couple. 3 different players now have connected from distance. And talked about the free throw shooting for Attucks. Well, they make a little under 6 threes a game. They've scored 5 tonight. Harrington's runner. Good idea that would not go in Walls the rebound.
I think she wanted to use the glass and couldn't get the right angles. That's why she airballed it over the top.
Walls pulls from 16. That does not go. Nina Whitehead. North Central had to sit some players with fouls in the first half as well. Whitehead got going just a little too fast.
Oh, she still got it. Banks is just tough. Just out-toughed her for the ball there, and she drew the foul. She's going back to the line, Greg.
Which has been very successful for her so far.
I don't know what the school record is for made free throws in the game, but she is a contention because she's been knocking them down like they're layups.
It has still been less than 20 years that Attucks has been reopened as a high school. Rejoined the IHSAA in 2008 and 2009. It was closed and or a middle school from 1986 through 2006. In that time, they have, since they reopened, have won 1 girls basketball sectional. That was 2017 in 3A. And that'll be a foul. And if that's on Walls, it'll be her 3rd. And again, there's just not the same depth that Attucks has that North Central has. That's a concern for Attucks.
Something in our pregame we were talking about was the depth. Yeah, that North Central can run 9 players at you. 8 have scored already here in the contest.
Justice Griffin will come back in, as Walls will have to sit for a little bit. And you can protect some players a little bit in the zone. But right now, Attucks is matching up.
Back pick for Harrington.
It's option play for Rutland. Let her go to work. And again, forward body. She's got some guard skills. You can run some of that offensive stuff for her. Not sure if Mackenzie is planning on playing in college. There will be an option for her to do so a couple of years from now. Good pull up in the lane by Banks.
Well, she's got 20 now.
We should note that missed free throw of hers at the end of the last possession. Her first in her last 11 tries. Steal, drive, Rutland got the clean block and off of the Attucks player, out of bounds to North Central.
Boy, I want to credit Rutland. Mackenzie did a great job of not jumping. She just kept her arms up. She knew she had the size advantage and was able to knock the block shot off of the Tiger.
You and I both know Mackenzie's coach at home. You know that she is going to be well schooled again. We mentioned her dad. Her dad played professionally for 10 years, so Ron was an outstanding player at Pike and University of Indianapolis. Out of control drive by Whitehead, did not get rewarded with a foul. Banks to the bucket.
Boy, nice choice there. Nice choice there. She could have took the shot and made this easier pass and the easier shot.
Well, Attucks has brought their A game tonight, back to a 5-point lead. Rutland fires and connects.
Well, you just said it, guard skills in a forward's body. She's off to a great start. She has 7.
She has all of their 7 here in the half, Pete. Couple of buckets at the rim and a 3.
No field goals in the first half for Mackenzie. She's making up for it here in the first 3 minutes.
Catch and shoot 3, and Rutland gets her second block of the half. I may be sending Ronnie a DVD copy of tonight's game as a family commemorative.
I'm looking over. He looks very proud right now.
He should.
Yep.
One of my favorite people to go check out at a game is whenever Ron's at a game, go catch up with him.
Raven Walls checked back in for Kenley Schuler.
Who touched that last? Arrington did.
And North Central's got that 2-3 zone really extended, and now they're going to, let's see if they drop back man or not. Nope, it's going to be the zone. 2-3 with guarding the point. Whoever has it makes it look like a 1-1-3. Catch and look opposite. Good.
Got one less shooter with Walls out of the game currently for Attucks.
There's one, though, right there.
Deeper than deep. Does not go. Good job to keep the possession alive. Good hustle by the Tigers. Fired up from the corner. Does Attucks, and it goes. First bench points of the game for the Tigers.
Justice Griffin with a basket.
That is the 7th made 3 for Attucks. A foul call.
Harrington almost lost the ball, able to regain it, and then she drew the foul on the reach.
Foul on Cameron Banks is her first. Daniels now will come in for North Central. Have a good crowd filing in for the boys game tonight. It's good to see. King the drive, and a lot of ball, but enough body to draw the whistle.
Just enough, yeah.
So 2 free throws coming up for Denia King.
I like the aggressive zone by Angel Britt, though. She wasn't just going to give up a layup, and she did get the block, as you mentioned, clean. We take a look at it here. Blocks clean. Shoulder knocked her down, so the body contact, good call.
You know, I have to credit that camera angle's run by our German intern, Otto. Kid never moves. Steadiest shot we ever have. King connects. There he is again. Otto's doing a great job. Doesn't say much, but always there when you need him. King makes them both. And now she will sub out, as Haley Howard will come in to replace her.
So now someone has scored besides Rutland in this third quarter.
And they're going to give Rutland a quick breather.
I wouldn't keep her over there long. She's had a great start to this half. Now man defense with Rutland out.
And Banks immediately on the attack. Just the second foul of the quarter against the Panthers.
She is so powerful on her drives. She stays low. She has complete contact to the ball. She leads with that off shoulder. Sometimes I think Greg a little bit too much. And they're going to call it on the floor before the shot.
And I would agree with that completely.
Yeah, I would too.
Coach does not. Coach disagrees, but I think that's the right call. Foul is on King. That is her third.
Got to get it in.
2 in time, and they find the right player. Even though Banks missed it, the way she's played tonight, she's got free reign.
That was a great shot. It was right on line, just a little bit long.
Tough pass.
Thanks for the steal.
Turnover is starting to again really extend in favor of Attucks. That's now unofficially 16 against North Central.
Harrington just came into the game after a brief substitution period and draws another foul.
Third team foul against North Central. No free throws off of that. Doug Mitchell in the house tonight. Good to see Doug here at the game. Banks' shot does not go. Scrap for the loose ball. Jump ball, and Harrow keeps it right here. Or is it a foul?
Yep, they did get a foul.
It's got to be a foul, yep. Now they're going against Harrington. Or is it going to be against Daniels?
I was going to say,
it's going to be on Daniels.
Yeah.
Harrington's currently on the bench. But the next foul will send Attucks to the free throw line where they did so much business in half number one. Runner, there's a foul, there's a bucket.
Got it.
Well, in our next game, you'll hear us say nice things about the folks from Banks and Brower. In this game, it's just Banks and Banks that we talk about for Crispus Attucks. Take a look on the replay.
Kenny with a nice strong drive there. Got the roll, good backspin.
So she's got 12. The Banks have combined for 32, make it 33. And is a 6-point Crispus Attucks lead.
Kenny Banks with 9 in this third quarter.
Loy will check back getting that stoppage in play. Good take to the basket, better block. Nice to have that rim protector back there waiting on you, isn't it?
It is. I kind of feel bad for Raven Wall. She's had a couple nice post-ups, and just the perimeter players haven't tossed it into her. She's got pretty deep spacing in there. Walls has a couple field goals in the first half. Need to get some points around the basket if they can.
Walls does have a pretty good player that is, I'm sure, coaching her up on those post moves. When Amber Harris is on your staff, you can learn a thing or two. Amber kind of standing right there at the edge of your shot, at the edge of the baseline.
Boy, was she a player.
Oh, my goodness. Played professionally for many years. Been on staff here at North Central the last few.
High, low, high, low, high, low.
Have a duck in either direction. They'll go to work on Loy. Panthers able to maintain possession. Good pull from the free throw line. Haley Howard gets her first bucket.
9 Panthers now in the scorebook.
And again, Banks, to her credit, every time she senses contact, go up and gets the foul call.
She keeps the pedal to the metal every time she has the ball in her hands, and her choices have been really good. She's taken a few deep threes I don't think she's necessarily had to take, except she's got great range. She's a strong player, and she's got another pair of free throws opportunities here. She's 1 of 2 here in the third quarter from the line. Now make it 2 of 3.
She averages 13 a game, has 21 tonight.
Naomi Moses checked back in.
Partner, of all the great things you said this evening, you led the broadcast by saying Attucks is 1-4, but they're better than their record would indicate, and you have been 1,000% correct.
Well, I looked the records up of the teams they played.
Right.
Zionsville, Carmel, Pike. They played some really good teams. And Banks is having a great night tonight. She knocks down the second. How key is she?
22. Leads all scorers. North Central, very balanced. No player has more than 9 for the Panthers this evening. Little half-court trap. Rutland back in will try to alleviate that. Foul going to be called. So no turnover and no shot. 4th team foul against Attucks, so underneath out of bounds. Coming up here for North Central. Naomi Moses whistled for the foul, her first. By the way, King has 4 in terms of fouls for North Central. No player for Attucks has more than 3. 2-3 here.
High low. Good patience here by North Central.
Deep 3 is good. Daniels lined it up, the sophomore.
She waited for that screen to get set up. Good patience, as I was saying. People were moving. They had a high-low first to get the defense sucked in a little bit. Now they'll fall back to 2-3 zone with a trap.
Good inside out. Banks to the corner for 3. Got it. That's 7 Walls. Her first field goal. She's made 6 free throws. She's got 9. Trying to answer Whitehead. Left a chunk out of the backboard that time. Long rebound. Loy able to track it down and stay in play.
Rutland will take that one.
Not that time. But good long rebound. Whitehead off the square. She's got 8.
Well, she's got 8. She scored the first 6 in the game for the Panthers and then really hasn't had very many shot opportunities, but she's leading the charge here right now. She just got blown by, though, by Banks.
The step back 3 does not go. And Rutland the rebound. And again, when she gets the rebound, she'll lead the break.
Yeah, she's a point forward.
Yeah. Loy in the corner for 3. Not that time, but Walls extends the possession. And eventually found the right answer. Rutland lays it up and in.
Love the pass. Raven Walls has been open, I mentioned earlier, and she could have probably taken that shot, found her teammate for a better shot.
Game's been played within a 6-point window either direction the entire night. Heat check, not that time for Banks.
Well, I'm just not sure she needs to shoot it that deep, but they're almost in every time. She's got good backspin, they're close, but you know, when she draws fouls, she's a much more effective player.
Whitehead shot blocked. Loose ball touched last by North Central. Scott Knox back in for North Central. Omri Cook back in for Crispus Attucks.
Been a great third quarter here. We're tied at halftime at 34. Attucks has led the entire third quarter pretty much, but the Panthers got it cut down to 2 here. And they'll stay in zone. The zone's been pretty effective the last couple possessions for North Central. 1-2-2 in the half court maybe, but really extended again. I don't like Britt getting away that far away from the basket for Attucks. Tough foul there, yeah.
Which is 2 free throws.
Daniels on the reach in.
It has not been the same parade to the free throw line for Attucks in this quarter that it was in quarter number 2. But the double bonus has been triggered. Kennedy Banks, who has been just once and connected. She'll shoot 2 here. Kennedy's got 13. And Attucks came in averaging 45 points a game. Missed there. They've got 54, the quarter left to go. I think North Central will go offense, defense with Rutland as long as they can the rest of the way.
22 seconds left. Let's see if they want to take the last shot. Makes the second. She's in double figures now, Kennedy. I think they'll take the first good shots. They've got the box set play set up.
Next back into man-to-man.
There's the overload, the 4-person overload. They turned it over last time. They actually drew a foul last time. Well, that was close to being dribbled out of bounds, wasn't it?
Clock is on your screen. Deep 3 goes up and is buried. Nina Whitehead. 5 different North Central players have made a 3 in this game. Whitehead's 3 ties us with 8 minutes left to go. A good one here in North Central tonight. Attucks 55. North Central 55. As you're watching on ISC.
Your home uses water all day, every day. So when plumbing problems arise, you need them fixed fast and right. The LD Smith Plumbing Crew can handle anything, from outdoor plumbing repairs to everyday water problems. Plumbing may not be pretty, but we're pretty darn good at it, and we'll always give you a fair price.
That's our dirty, stinking honest LD Smith Plumbing promise.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Call today and save up to $300 on a new water heater installed.
Thank you, Jordan Shue. Thank you, Charlie Hammock, our crew behind the scenes on this one, and the German Kid Auto. Alongside Pete Smith, my name is Greg Rakestraw. Thanks for joining us. In coverage at 7:30 begins on MyNDTV for the boys game. This game may drift into that one, and frankly, that's okay because this game has been really fun to call so far, Pete.
North Central led by 5, 20-15 after the first. And since then, we were tied at halftime, tied at the end of the third quarter. Been a really balanced game here by both teams. Been a fun one to call, fun one to watch, well played. Now we got to check in. The delay was Harrington was trying to check in, and you can't check in after 15 seconds to go until the clock signals you to come out to the floor. So she has to go back. 2-3 zone again by North Central, and a foul there by Rutland. Just the first step by Camera Banks, and she just does a great job. Draws the third foul on Rutland. Is on the floor.
That does allow Harrington to get back in.
Gotta go. Not sure what play they're running, but they got it in.
Ball's able to track it down in time, and now Attucks can reset.
Need to get some offense going here. That's the person to generate right there. Good crossover by Banks.
Got in the lane and just couldn't find enough room to make it go. Whitehead on the drive. Took the bump from Banks, which will be her second foul. And Whitehead will go to the free throw line. And obviously we have talked about the numerous trips to the line for Attucks. For North Central, they have been a bit more few and far between. These will be free throws 7 and 8 of tonight's game.
Now, Whitehead has scored the last 5 for North Central. She scored the first 6 of the contest for him and has been quiet then. The about 22 minutes in between.
A quick check, Attucks has taken 27 free throws. That's the 8th taken by North Central and missed them both.
Just knocked out of bounds, luckily.
It'll be out of bounds to Attucks.
Harrington just wanted to make sure she didn't get a foul there, but again, the zone has slowed him down. But when they get open looks at the 3, they have converted them tonight for the most part.
Three in the corner. Connects again.
Made me a profit right there. Second 3 of the game for Walls. She has 12.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Got you. Yeah, beat me to it.
The Banks and Walls have combined for 48 of the 58. By the way, if they're looking for a nickname, you got a Walls and 2 Banks, the financial district. Just saying, Attucks fans. Looking for a theme, there you go. 58-55. Offensive foul, yep. Didn't need to, and again, you can't do that in front of God and everybody 40 feet from the basket.
Right on top of the Panthers' tongue there. I think she's gotten away with a couple of those earlier tonight. That time it was just too obvious. I love her physicality, how aggressive she plays. Didn't need that time, though.
Almost a steal. Harrington from the elbow. Good look that would not go, and now Banks behind the play, lays and missed it. Well, frankly, both those looks are ones that normally go. And Harrington, great job to use that screen by Rutland. Missed it again. And McKenzie will recycle.
I was going to say double dribble.
Late call, but the right call.
Late call, but the right one.
Put that off her hip. You can get double dribble off your referee bingo card now for the month of December.
Well, if you're just joining us, the start of this fourth quarter has not been indicative of how well they've played the first 3 quarters. Missed layups, a couple silly fouls, an offensive foul here. But they have played an outstanding game here for the first 26 minutes of the contest.
Nice pass off the window, score it.
Britt's first basket of the contest. Earned the start tonight, the 6-foot freshman.
Back to a 5-point game.
Good spacing right now by the Panthers. They're kind of standing. They have good spacing. Knocked out of bounds by Banks, or remain North Central basketball.
Cameron Banks with 22 to lead Attucks. And a timeout taken by North Central. We'll take it with them. 5:31 to play in this one. 5-point lead for Crispus Attucks, looking for their second win of the season. We're back in 30 seconds on the ISC Sports Network.
Your home uses water all day, every day. So when plumbing problems arise, you need them fixed fast and right. The LD Smith Plumbing Crew can handle anything, from outdoor plumbing repairs to everyday water problems. Plumbing may not be pretty, but we're pretty darn good at it, and we'll always give you a fair price.
That's our dirty, stinking honest LD Smith Plumbing promise.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Call today for $50 off any plumbing repair, big or small.
Back at North Central High School, Greg Rakestraw, Pete Smith with you. A good one in the girls' game to open up action tonight. It is Crispus Attucks 60 and North Central 55. And this has been really a 1 or 2 possession game the entire game. Attucks has led most of the way.
I remember a 6-point lead. I think that's the largest lead I can remember. Wide open.
Whitehead by her lonesome. Not that time. Fight for the loose ball. Attucks tracks it down.
Probably didn't need to shoot it quite that far out since she was so open. Probably caught her by surprise. Yeah, North Central's 2-3 zone, other than some fouls, has really been pretty effective. When they're patient and get a good 3 or a drive, they've been able to solve it.
Banks in the lane, and again, North Central keeps paying for putting the hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah.
Because Banks has created some of that contact. A lot of times she's been bailed out, and that was the case there. So Banks tonight has gone to the line 14 times. She has made 12. Doesn't get that one.
Wow.
Her shoulder might be getting tired at this point from shooting so many free throws. Loy and Walls will check out.
She's going to make this one. This would put her up to a 6-point lead again.
And connects.
Too good a free throw shooter, missed 2 in a row.
75% on the line this season.
Good post up. You're going to call offensive foul on Schuler. She had a great post up, and then she kind of just at the last minute used that right arm to get Britt a little bit higher on the floor, and was right in front of the official.
That's where you kind of get penalized for being the junior and the other player's the freshman, when you're just the more physically developed player.
Doesn't take much to throw Britt off right now. We'll see in 3 more years where she's at.
Banks for 3, not that time. And the rebound corralled by Denia King. Whitehead, and 1.
Ooh, big one there. Just what the Panthers needed. What a great second half for Nina Whitehead.
She's got a game-high 13 for North Central.
8 here in the second half. Again, beating a dead horse, but she scored the first 3 baskets of the contest and then really was quiet. Just kind of settled in and distributed the ball a lot. Came to the bench a couple times for some subs, and she knocks down the old-fashioned 3-point play. And it's back to a 2-point or a 3-point contest here in favor of Crispus Attucks with the ball. Now North Central switches to man. They've been zoned almost the entire second half here.
Yeah, there's going to be 3 or 4 guards on the floor at all times for Attucks.
I look for Banks to drive it.
In other words, they're pretty good at able to kind of adjust on the fly.
Banks to Banks to Banks.
On the drive and again got fouled. Let's see if they give the shot. I think it's before the shot.
I believe so too.
And that's what Fakara Hawkins is asking. Say, hey, on the floor, right? That is on Denia King, and that is her 5th. So King's night is done. The freshman has 7 points off the bench, but she has fouled out.
Well, she got the last basket of the first half on a great press breaker when North Central caught Crispus Attucks not getting back in their full court press. She did a nice 3 and bright future ahead.
So Layla Scott Knox will come on. King's night is done. They will say that Banks was in the act of shooting. So she'll get 2. And connects.
Just like how composed she is at the line. Not saying she's good. I think she's going to make this one too, but does the same rhythm every time. Takes her breath. Short. Got the roll though because she got good backspin on. She got great release. A little bit more arch than the typical free throw shooter, but she knocks them down at a high percentage. Pick and roll here.
25 for Banks. Hand check foul. 4th team foul against Attucks. That goes against Naomi Moses.
Yeah, Daniels refused the screen there. She had a screen by Rutland. They started to talk about it, and then she went baseline, drew the foul.
Daniels will trigger it in for North Central. Trying to get Rutland on the duck in, which went about as easy as you would have liked. 13 for Rutland, 11 since halftime.
Yeah, great second half. Blocked a couple shots McKenzie has. You know, you want to play aggressive, but my gosh, this girl's just been beating everybody off the drive. You've got to give her some more ground. That's the 4th foul there.
And one of your leading scorers in Whitehead.
Whitehead, yeah, who's had a great second half.
Are you manning Attucks or you zoning Attucks, Pete?
I'd zone him right now. You know, you're down 3. I think the longer you can stay in the game and close to him without getting a 5th foul on Whitehead would be good, as she knocks in the first one. Banks does. Going to leave her in, so let's see if they do switch to zone or not. Whitehead's got 4.
20th free throw of the game. Not for Attucks, for Banks. And makes them both. And that leads us to a timeout taken by Crispus Attucks. Again, we'll take it with him. 3:44 left to go in this one. 65-60, Attucks in front by 5 on ISC.
Hey there, my name is Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the ISC Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds, talking Colts, Pacers, Indiana sports, every Tuesday night, 7:30, ISC Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
Back at North Central High School again, coverage begins at 7:30 over on My Indy TV 23. Looks like we'll have a little bit of this girls game that will drift into that, and that's perfectly fine. Outstanding crowd on hand for this one, which is great to see. Tonight, not an extremely busy night in terms of high school boys basketball in the area.
No, I was supposed to go to the Butler basketball. No, it's supposed to. I'm where I want to be, but I have a little vested interest in Butler men's basketball. They've got a big home game against a pretty darn good Eastern Michigan team tonight. You called the Butler boys their men's basketball game on Saturday, so you got this. Or actually, that was Friday, wasn't it?
Correct.
Friday? Yeah, because it seemed like it was a 3-day weekend.
The pull-up by Scott Knox does not go. Rutland in position. Then lost it, but Scott Knox had it, but stepped out of bounds. It'll be Attucks ball. Yeah, I got network tonight. Spiro Ditas they brought in for this one, Pete. Hard to get with Spiro in his hair.
You guys are in the same league, if not, he may have.
As we are both broadcasters, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good choice by Banks that time. She's fired that up a lot during the game. Banks to Banks. Banks runs into Banks.
Both teams with 3 timeouts if needed.
Okay, let's see after this timeout. Attucks called the timeout. Let's see what they talked about when they got the ball back. Just being patient, it looks like. Rutland can't guard her, I don't think.
Drove right at Rutland, but Schuler was there waiting for the block. And Whitehead, foot race back, fouled. And I've got Kennedy as that being her fourth. Let's see if that matches up. 2 free throws coming up here for Nina Whitehead.
Yeah, I think I would have been better served, or she would have been better served that time. Maybe the blow-by, I should say the blow-by, sorry. The blow-by, because that was 2 points automatic. Make her earn it from the line, but you also picked up a foul there.
And Whitehead the miss. That's her third miss in 4 tries at the line. Harrington in for Schuler. And North Central goes a little bit smaller here.
Haven't seen Harrington much this second half with fouls.
And Harrington had 9 at halftime. She has not scored in the second half. That's a big part of the story for North Central.
Okay, here comes a full court pressure by the Panthers.
Good job to find.
She travels.
Yep.
She took that extra step, kind of like the Fred Flintstone mobile when he starts to get going there. I thought she was going to get away with it. It was the right call. It was just a little late.
And Attucks. A rare turnover. They've done a good job at taking care of the basketball as this game has gone along.
Straight man-to-man by Attucks. Yep, Rutland, nice face up.
Didn't go, but it's a good shot.
Really good look.
Good rebound by Daniels. She'll fire and miss. Rutland had it and got fouled, and means she'll get 2 free throws.
Yeah, they got Bass on the block out of the hold. She didn't really have her body in position to block out Rutland, which is a tough challenge. Such a good rebounder, Mackenzie Rutland. She's 2 of 2 at the line tonight as she goes here with her team trailing 4. Misses the first.
Difference in this game, not just number of free throws taken, but number of misses by North Central.
Made them early. Both teams made them early.
And again, frankly, it's been some of North Central's better players that have been missing some free throws down the stretch as well. Back to a 1-score game.
Okay, Ken, they get it to Banks.
Banks beats 4 defenders. Jones passes it out. And Banks, timeout called by Crispus Attucks. We'll keep it right here. So with 2 minutes left to go, it's now 65-62. And Crispus Attucks will reset a little bit. In tonight's game, presented in part by the Paul Logan Foundation, which continues to give back to Washington Township by providing vital resources to all athletic teams and is dedicated to supporting student athletes and enhancing athletic opportunities across the district. Be sure to attend the 5th annual Paul Logan Invitational this winter on December the 29th and 30th. The Paul Logan Foundation honoring Coach Logan's legacy and bringing our community together.
As you take a look at the Attucks huddle, I want to make an apology. I had a wrong number down. Zaya Jones has been wearing 1, so I apologize to Zaya. Playing a really good game inside, and I just had a number switch here on my roster. I apologize for that.
No apology necessary. 65-62. Attucks in the lead. They have 2 timeouts remaining. North Central has 3. Those of you watching online will see me welcoming our television audience coming up in a matter of moments. On MyNDTV, they'll get some bonus coverage of this game. You start to see this more in conference play in terms of girl-boy doubleheaders. The JV teams played last night, which made for a bit of a harrowing trip home for some folks after the JV game an evening ago.
I got home very late from some work detail last night, and it was yucky when I got home about 10:30. Okay, man-to-man out of the timeout, as I expected. Cameron Banks with a basketball, trying to draw a foul, goes all the way to the hoop.
Misses. Good look that would not go.
That's a great shot. It's a great shot.
And that's a tying three by Daniels. Her second made three.
Here comes the heat.
That pressure stays on from North Central. Banks goes up against it, left hand. Give it to her. And Rutland on the foul.
Love it. No hesitation after missing the last shot, which was a great shot. Good drive there. I look for the ball to be in her hands pretty much the dominant time this last minute 35 when they have the ball. And she's just played a wonderful game, and she's a great free throw shooter, best on the team.
We welcome those of you joining us on My Indy TV 23. We're scheduled to have the boys game between Crispus Attucks and North Central for you tonight. You're getting some bonus coverage of the girls game, which has been really good. Crispus Attucks leads North Central 67-65 with 90 seconds left to go. Greg Rakestraw, Pete Smith with you here on ISC and My Indy TV 23. The story for Attucks has been Camera Banks. She's got 29 to lead the way for the Tigers this evening.
Double figures from the free throw line. She's done a great job. She's going to get the ball the last minute 30 when Attucks has it. But it's been a game. North Central's girls led 20-15 after the first quarter. Attucks tied it up at 34. After three quarters, both teams again were tied at 55. And North Central's going to have the basketball here with a chance to tie it or take the lead here with a minute 30. So join us, welcome and join us for a great finish to the girls' game.
And again, part of the story for Crispus Attucks, Pete, has been the number of times they have been to the free throw line. Banks just attempted her 21st free throw of the game, and Pete, she has made 17 of them.
Yeah, she's done a tremendous job. They've just fouled her an awful lot because she's had the ball in her hands, and she's a very strong player. I've really been impressed with her tonight, and her sister's done a great job too.
And it has never been bigger than a two-possession lead. 6 points in either direction, Pete, has been the largest lead in tonight's game.
And coming out of the timeout, I apologize, Attucks did call the timeout before North Central got it. So Attucks has the basketball, leading to the minute 30 to go. Both teams in the double bonus, both with over 5 fouls here in this fourth quarter.
Possession arrow does point the way of North Central. Lead belongs to Crispus Attucks. And again, Scott Knox was not trying to give the foul, but if you're Crispus Attucks and your possession results in Camera Banks shooting two, you feel really good about that right now.
You do, and I just think the Lady Panthers defense just has been too tight on her. You've got to give her a little bit of room. She sometimes gets shot happy. She's missed a lot of threes in the game. Now, she's made a couple, don't get me wrong, in the first quarter, but she hasn't made a three since the first quarter. But, boy, that's the one place she's been knocking them down from is the free throw line.
Banks came in averaging 13 points a game. She's now sitting on 30. And Attucks' lone win was against Tech nearly a month ago. And makes them both. So back to a 2-score lead. North Central has 3 timeouts remaining. Attucks has just 1. Harrington. I think that Jones got a piece of that. Rutland got fouled. That'll be on Camera Banks on the foul, and Mackenzie Rutland will shoot 2.
That's the challenge, Greg, on a missed long perimeter shot. When it's blocked, your defensive players are turning to block out. And meanwhile, the offensive players are seeing the ball, and they get the opportunity to get the rebound here, which is what happened. And there you see Banks picked up the foul, and that is her 4th.
Rutland connects to the line. She's got 15.
She's played a great second half.
13 of those coming here in half number 2.
Raven Woods checks back in. It's going to be inside on the free throw lane here, the 6'2 senior.
Harrington exits. Again, she'll come back in. My guess would be for offense when given the opportunity. And Rutland makes them both. Full court pickup.
They're going to call offensive foul, and that's going to be 5 fouls. Woo! Wow, the game has just changed right now. Camera Banks picked up her 5th foul. She uses that arm a lot to protect it, and that time she got caught. And boy, Attucks has got to hold on now with her leaving the game.
The best player on the floor tonight is now done for the evening.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a tough final 76 seconds without her.
Credit Layla Scott Knox for taking that charge. She was in her grill, and I had just said last possession, you may want to give her room. In the full court, they put the heat on and drew the foul. Now you've got to, Kennedy Banks will probably be the person in charge of trying to see if Attucks can hold this lead, and they can't right now. Oh, almost went in. I thought Raven was going to make that shot. Raven Walls will shoot 2 at the line with a chance to tie this game up, Greg.
So Walls will shoot free throws for the first time this evening. Walls, the senior, back up 5. She and Schuler again end up splitting time at the center position.
Two-headed monster. I don't mean that monster-wise, but you got 2 centers that are very effective there.
Omri Cook will check back in. Zaya Jones will check out. And 9 players in uniform, and really 8 have played tonight for Crispus Attucks, and 1 now will sit for the rest of the evening.
Walls makes the first. Chance to tie it. And they'll jump into full court pressure on a make.
And Walls makes them both and ties us at 69. And again, there's no reason to back off of that pressure now.
But they are. They are. They're going to fall back now because I think part of it is because they know Cameron Banks isn't out there offensively. In a 2-3 zone now. Where's the offense going to come from for Attucks? It's a 2-3 zone, but it's extended, so you've got the count by the official, the 5-second count.
The runner by Banks is blocked. Now North Central looking to take the lead. Takara Hawkins wants a timeout and will get it. North Central will get set into their half-court possession here with 49 seconds left to go. Full timeout taken by North Central. And North Central at 3-3 on the season. They'll play a big game coming up against Pike on Friday night in terms of MIC play. The Panthers are 0-1 of their 5 league games played so far. In the Marion County tournament is next, but there you see the Crispus Attucks boys team waiting to take to the floor. Tigers 1-1 on the season from a boys standpoint. Won their opener against Tech last Monday. Then gave LN a really good battle on Saturday night, where LN defeated them. North Central on the boys' side comes in at 1-0. And again, that game will follow this game in approximately 20 minutes here on ISC and MyNDTV. And Pete, I'm noticing a trend. You and I are doing extended pregame shows for our games so far this year.
We did last week when we saw Fishers travel to Ben Davis. Part of the reason there was traffic on 465, an accident. But we had another whale of a good game, and I think this one's going to be a good game following this one. This has been an outstanding game. Take nothing away from the girls because this has been a really, really good basketball game.
Second time we've had North Central on the girls' side on ISC so far this year. As of now, our first and only chance to showcase Crispus Attucks on ISC on the girls' side this season. Harrington. And Frank, let's play. You want to have the ball in her hands if you're North Central.
Each team has had 1 player foul out of the game, but a big one for Attucks.
It is their best player. And again, Banks has to be careful. She's in foul trouble too. And offensive foul. And on Whitehead, that'll be her 5th.
I kind of like that. One Banks sister fouls out on a charging foul. The other one draws the foul. There you see the arm gets extended on the replay. Nice job, camera crew, of getting that one.
Well, thanks to Charlie Hammock, Jason Porter, and Carlos Alarkin on our cameras. Now that we've hit the television window here at 7:30. So Walls will check back in. Whitehead and King have fouled out for North Central. It's going to be Schuler that comes back in, not Walls. And Crispus Attucks top player and Camera Banks out of the game. And you would think the offense is going to come from Kennedy, wearing number 4 for the Tigers.
Yeah, she didn't get a good shot last possession. Got the shot blocked from about 12 feet, a little runner. North Central with the extended zone again, spreading that 2-3 out really high. Banks tries to draw a foul.
Traveling call.
Yeah, she went into a double team hoping to draw a foul or get past. Picked up that extra foot, and they just look really, and rightfully so, discombobulated with Cameron Banks out of there. She had such a great game on the floor. As you take a look at the Attucks huddle, see Cameron Banks there on the left side of the huddle. Not involved, unfortunately, because she fouled out on an offensive foul and a press breaker. So it's North Central's time. 20.5 seconds to go. Timeout. Let's see what they run on offense. I would think they would probably get it to Mackenzie Rutland and try to clear some space out for her so Attucks can't double team her. We will see with Nina Whitehead fouled out. Changes the complexity of the offense from North Central. Looks like Attucks will pick up full defensively. They're lined up to play maybe a 2-2-1 full court press or just token man-to-man pressure.
Both teams with one timeout remaining.
Okay, can they get a run out for a layup or not? Nope.
Harrington comes back to the ball. Trap here by Attucks. Just trying to make North Central take time off the clock. And you got to worry about a 10-second violation, which is exactly what Coach Hawkins just did.
Well, we had 20 seconds on the clock. So we were at 6.5 seconds according to the scoreboard here at North Central High School. And they'd advanced it probably 84 minus, let's say, 12 feet, 76 feet. They still had to go.
So North Central just burned their final timeout. And Attucks has one more left if they so choose. Even though Whitehead is a big loss for North Central, and to a lesser degree King is as well, again, in Harrington's case, Harrington is the person that you think should be your creator. And Attucks is doing whatever they could to get the ball out of her hands.
Yeah, so they'd taken 7 seconds and hadn't got the ball past their own free throw line.
Now, again, this is where when you have a shot clock scenario, you can kind of say, hey, you've got 3 seconds to get the ball in the front court. You do not have that same situation in high school basketball.
Right, right.
And then for Cara Hawkins, from that college background, both as a player, but was the coach of a really good program at the NAI level at Oakland City. We're coming back to Central Indiana.
You take a look there at Nina Whitehead, just is eating at her that she can't be in there. She's the point guard of this Panther team. She is fouled out, and she has given her teammates instruction as to, come on, let's win this. Let's break this press breaker and get a good shot up. And again, I would think Rutland in the half court. I think you've also got Ari Harrington. Ari Harrington here. She's going to get the ball in the press breaker right there in the corner.
Scott Knox into the front court. Look ahead to Daniels.
Ooh, she
traveled, yep.
Yeah, she traveled. Got in a little bit of the hurry, the sophomore.
18th North Central turnover.
It was the right idea. She had a nice one-on-one on that right wing to drive, but there you see both feet shuffled. There's the extra step. Partner, we may be headed to overtime if we can't get a shot off.
Attucks has a timeout, elects not to use it. Banks trying to create some space. And it could be called for an offensive foul, which will be her 5th.
Wow, we take a look at it. She's leading with that arm the whole way. I don't see it really extended out farther. That's only going to be her 4th.
I had her with 4. That's only her 4th.
No problem. There's been so many fouls in this game. It's hard to keep track of all the numbers and who they're on here.
Scott Knox, Daniels for the win. No. Put 4 minutes on the clock. We'll have some free basketball here at North Central. So to overtime we go. And again, best player for Attucks is fouled out in Camera Banks. Whitehead and King have fouled out for North Central. And our boys' game will start at some point this evening.
But you're getting to see an outstanding game. Unfortunately, for those joining us, 2 of the best players, if not the best players for each team, have fouled out. And several of the others that are really good have 4 fouls. It's just been a game of attrition right now. Who can stay and play these last 4 minutes at least here in this overtime?
Thanks for joining us here on ISC and MyNDTV. Our boys' game to follow this one. First of 3 games we've got for you on MyNDTV this week. Our other 2 will be at the Unranked Hoops Sneakers for Santa over in Brownsburg. Game 6 and 7 of the day over at Brownsburg on Saturday night.
You got 6 and 7?
I do. That would be Louisville Male and Pike, followed by Fishers and Mount Vernon. That's our television slate this week.
I'll be there earlier for some great games. I'll be there at Game 2, Liberty Christian in Brownsburg. I'll be there at Game 3, South Bend St. Joe against Cathedral. And I'll be there at Game 4, the Noblesville Millers taking on Chris Giffin's Lawrence North Wildcats. Great day of action at Brownsburg.
We'll have our second jump ball of the game. Of the players on the floor, Rutland leads North Central in scoring with 16. Kennedy Banks with 14 leads Attucks. Again, those are the players that are in the game now. It is Omri Cook that'll jump at center against Rutland. And Loy will track it down.
Running through Rutland, nice.
Loy missed it.
Yeah, good give and go,
But
though.
in Rutland's quick hands, tracks down the loose ball. A chance to reset here for North Central. Rutland again got fouled. And Rutland will shoot 2.
That's a tough one. Cook did a pretty good job, I thought, staying straight up. The arms are extended up. Just enough contact to draw the foul, and Rutland will shoot 2. Again, you mentioned she's had a great second half here. The majority of her points, all but 2 of her points coming in the second half. And now maybe overtime.
And connects. Last time we saw Kenzie in action, she had 7 in the loss to Lawrence North 2 weeks ago. That's the lone league game that North Central has played so far. As he misses this one, but Seven Walls stepped on the baseline to get the loose ball.
I think the ball even hit the baseline. They did a nice job of blocking out, but no one then grabbed it in the air. They let the ball come down, and either she was just out of bounds or the ball came down on the end line.
Right idea on the duck in. Rutland heads up play just to try to tip that to a teammate, but Scott Knox blows a tire on the way to the lane. And that is now 19 turnovers against North Central.
You know, Scott Knox still probably had, in my opinion, one of the biggest, if not the biggest play of the game, drawing the 5th foul on Camera Banks, who's just killing it for the Tigers.
And again, the offense obviously has ground to a halt without Camera Banks in the game.
The extended 2-3 zone's done a pretty good job too, Greg, of stopping him.
Deep 3, no. But rebound Cook, her putback is short, and Loy will track it down again. Banks exited with 31 of the Attucks 69. And obviously North Central has looked to Rutland every time down. And that's going to be a 5-second call.
Yeah, and again, I made reference to this. They're really missing Nina Whitehead to take charge of the offense, the point guard, the 5'4" senior point guard who fouled out also. She was in double figure scoring also. Had her for 15 when she fouled out. Oh, too long a pass. Got away with it, though. Yep.
Daniels couldn't track it down. So far, 1 point scored in the overtime. And frankly, a lot of overtimes tend to go that direction.
Yeah, these girls have been tired. Both, particularly Attucks, started in a press this game the first 4 minutes. It was a great first quarter. North Central led after 20-15. Then it's been tied at every stop since. Halftime, third quarter, and in regulation.
Shot blocked, but foul called. And free throws coming up for Crispus Attucks.
Again, Banks, the last couple possessions that she has taken shots, she has initiated it. And if I'm not mistaken, that's 5 fouls on Mackenzie Rutland.
So Rutland has now fouled out.
You fed me there. And you see her arm was not vertical. And because Banks initiated the contact with her arm not vertical, she draws the foul. Another big loss for, each team's lost a couple players now. If I'm not mistaken, is Jones fouled out for Attucks too? Or she just not played here lately? Zaya Jones.
She may be out of the game from fouls as well.
Yeah, I think she is. We're kind of up in a perch here in the corner.
So here's Kennedy Banks. And misses that one. And again, frankly, she's the best offensive weapon left on the floor for either team. We are getting to Glenn McDonald time. That's a very niche reference for you to get that. I think my partner just did.
She will make the second one here.
And connects, so she's got 15.
3 or 4 at the line in the game.
North Central's two leading scorers have fouled out. Harrington fouled, and Harrington now will shoot 2. And again, Harrington, one of North Central's best players, but just has had no offensive rhythm in half number 2.
You know, I'm not saying this because they do it in baseball where you put the ghost runner on second base or whatever you call that nowadays, but you know, if we're going to start each quarter with 0 fouls, I almost think in the overtime you start it with 0 fouls too. You know, then just be consistent instead of, okay, both teams are in the bonus because it's an extension of the fourth quarter. But, you know, in this situation here, both teams are just going to come down to making free throws because they are tired.
Harrington misses them both. Rebound goes to Attucks.
Banks wants the ball. She's got the ball.
Again, can either team generate offense with key pieces now fouled out of the game?
Yeah, I'd like to see North Central deny the ball back to Kennedy Banks, who's got it when she gives it up. But she ain't going to give it up this time unless she's got a free shot.
Moses fouled. And Naomi Moses, who is 1 of 2 from the line, will shoot 2. Moses made 2 early threes, has 7 points.
All in the first half. Has not scored here in the second half. So when you said Moses' name, of that, boy, that's one name we haven't called for a while. Not that she hasn't done some things, but she hasn't initiated any offense, but now she needs to here at the free throw line.
And misses. Attucks as a team, 56% from the line of the season. That has not been the case tonight. But makes that one.
Did a great job composure-wise. She took her time, regrouped. Tigers with a lead by 1. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first overtime.
Daniels, no, and lost the handle. And neither team has made a field goal here in overtime. It's been all free throws.
Okay, full court.
And that'll be a blocking foul on Scott Knox.
Yeah, 2-2-1 full court. And that one hurt too.
So Banks will shoot 2. So Camera Banks, of her own accord.
See, that time she was trying again to draw an offensive foul, but she jumped in the driving lane, and when she cut her off, she wasn't square, and it's a blocking foul.
So Banks, as in Kennedy, makes the free throw, and as Pete pointed out, she's now 4 of 5. Camera went 19 of 23 from the free throw line herself. Walls is 6 of 6. Moses is 2 of 4. Jones went 0 for 2 at the line tonight. But Kennedy Banks, the free throw line, may be Attucks' best chance to score points. She just made 2. Schuler turns, didn't get it. Rebound, Attucks.
Oh, and
that was tipped, I believe.
Nope.
Thought it might have been.
Nope, and no argument from the Attucks bench. So from our angle, I could see where you thought it may have been tipped, but timeout's going to be called by North Central here. They need to get some kind of play and offense set up, and I think they've got to get the ball somehow.
That is North Central's lone timeout in overtime. Attucks carried 1 over, so they have 2 remaining. And again, for North Central, really with the group you've got on the floor, you've got Loy and Harrington that really can generate offense, but that post threat is largely gone with Rutland having fouled out and out of the game.
Yeah. Kenley Schuler that last time had a pretty good look on the block. You know, didn't take the contact very well, short-armed it and left it short.
Two boys teams have played each other on a regular basis for the last several years.
Dominique Ferguson, one of the assistant coaches, a really good player in his own right at Lawrence North. 6'10" wing post player in his playing days. One of the assistants there you see coming out of the huddle to talk to the official on timeout wise. And again, you just mentioned it, partner. 2 timeouts left for Attucks with a 3-point lead. North Central has burned their final timeout here. They need to get a good shot. I understand exactly, why the timeout call, because they've not got good shots. They haven't got a field goal this half. And the person that can create their shot also, you just saw come out of huddle, is 25 Daniels. Daniels has hit a couple threes in the game. I think it'd be Harrington or Daniels, one or the other. You mentioned Loy. Let's see what kind of play Coach Hawkins has set up for North Central. Flare screen.
Scott Knox on the drive. Good jump stop, just couldn't finish. And the rebound tipped out, and now it's a race to the other end. Moses got fouled. And even though the names have changed somewhat, the best offense of the night for Attucks get to the free throw line.
But I like the heads-up play. The ball has been tipped out, which she did the right thing. The Attucks score at the other end. I couldn't tell which one it was. It was kind of like a log jam there. They're on a little bit of pack, but she just swatted the ball out. Gave her teammate there a chance to come down and get the ball, and now she's at the line. Naomi Moses, the 5'6" senior.
Because we are well past the point of counting fingers and toes. By my math, I have got Attucks now 34 of 43 from the free throw line tonight. So 34 of their 74 have come from the stripe. Missed that one, but had the rebound for a second and get the takeaway. And Banks missed the shot. So for contact, didn't get it, but it's now importantly a 2-possession game.
Fouled.
But then Banks gives the foul, and that will be her 5th.
Oh, boy. Boy, just when I was feeling like Attucks was in pretty good shape here, look at Banks. She doesn't need to be fouling 77, 76 feet away from the basket here, especially when you have 4 fouls. And I just thought she probably got lost in the moment, Greg. She thought she may have got fouled on the offensive rebound putback. Then she went after the ball. And waiting for the substitution of the 5th foul on Banks.
Looks like Camilla Warfield is going to come in. And she has not played the entire game.
Let's go back. I know it's easy to say now, but let's go back to our pregame. We talked about the depth making a difference possibly.
Yep.
Now
you're finally here, 35 minutes in.
Yeah, 35 minutes in. Camilla Warfield, a 5'6" junior, comes into the contest. Again, you referred that Attucks only has 9 dressed. Boy, I thought she was over the free throw line. Made them both. Coming with full court 2-2-1 pressure.
And Walls and Moses will be the players that will do most of the ball handling.
No Banks, no Jones out there. Reach around.
All knocked away, but tracked down. Go ahead and fire 3, why not? Shot does not go. Look ahead pass to Loy. Loy's got Schuler low block, gets it to her, tied at 74. Schuler's 3rd field goal, she's got 6. Full court pickup by North Central. North Central is out of timeouts. Attucks has 2.
They don't need to foul. Let's see what Attucks calls timeout to run something. Maybe worried about getting the ball in bounds if, without any of their 2 starting guards, the Banks. 5-second call was getting close there.
On the drive, and that's a foul.
Oh, Schuler going to be called for the foul. She came over to help Greg, I think. And she's going to get called for the foul, I believe.
But I also think a technical was then added at the end of the play, and that may be on the Attucks player for swatting the ball down. So a foul on Schuler, but then technical foul called against Crispus Attucks.
Oh, and she almost knew when she did it that, I didn't mean to do that. I think she felt that way. I think she was happy she drew the foul, Greg, and then just in her emotion, she decided to pound the ball up because it happens nowadays. I mean, you see it all the time, but you're not supposed to do it, and this is high school basketball. And she's getting a clarification on everything. She's going to get 2 shots here, Greg, and then North Central on the technical will shoot 2 shots.
And they'll get the ball.
Yeah.
They'll get possession. So Walls misses. She had made her first 6 free throws of the game. You see the sizable North Central student section that has developed. Getting ready for this boys game tonight.
He's got 12 points in the contest.
Walls to shoot one more. And connects.
Love it. Yeah, take a look here. She immediately apologized. I mean, she immediately, oh, please, 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 I didn't mean that. Like, is in frustration. I meant that in happiness. And gosh, look at our camera coverage right on it. It's my fault. Look, I love that. I mean, I don't love that. I mean, I love the fact that she's taking accountability for it. She knew she shouldn't have done it. At least that's sure the way it appears like it, but she got called for it. And now let's see if Scott Knox can put the Panthers ahead.
You put your senior in the line, who is now 4 of 4, or she's a junior, excuse me.
Yeah.
But Scott Knox has made all 4 free throws, and now North Central has the ball in a 1-point lead.
And you have to have a steal on the inbounds or a foul.
And North Central does not have a timeout. They have to inbound the ball here. Attucks does have 2. Harrington.
Need to go trap.
And Attucks isn't fouling yet.
Here's the trap right there. Harrington.
And Harrington stepped out of bounds. Yep.
Oh my gosh, great timing by the trap by Attucks. Now with 7.5, they've got a timeout. They're going to call it here and set up the opportunity for the game-winning play. There's the timeout called.
But now the question is for Attucks, as you'll take a look at the defensive play here. And again, exactly, who are you running the offense for, knowing that you've got 48 points sitting on the bench that have fouled out of the game?
I say you run it for Naomi Moses. She felt bad about the technical foul that she was assessed. She sure didn't mean it meanly, but I would say give her the chance to win the game here or tie it up here. Tie it up by drawing a foul and making a free throw or to win the game. So they've got the ball right in front of the scorer's bench. You can see our official showing where it's going to be. One of the assistant coaches is right here, correct? It's not going to be moved. It's right here.
1 timeout remaining for Attucks. Again, North Central cannot stop it. Now if you're North Central, can you find a way to play defense without fouling, knowing how many times you have sent the opposing team to the free throw line tonight? If you're just tuning in, our boys game was scheduled to start about 25 minutes ago. Not working out that way.
It's going to be a good one, though, but this girls game has been outstanding. If you're just tuning in, North Central led by 5 at the end of the first quarter, and at every break after that, it's been a tie ball game. Attucks still has 1 more timeout. I don't know if they think about throwing it into the front court. Let's see what happens here. What a great game. I'd say Moses has got to be the player.
And you'll put Schuler face guarding the inbounder. North Central's tallest player at 6'2". I think what you have to avoid doing if you're North Central is fouling in this scenario. Again, time is on your screen. Walls has to get a shot away. Walls. And fouled. Fouled.
And it was before the buzzer. I'm pretty sure it was. We have headphones on, but oh my goodness.
Loy commits the foul, her 4th. 1 to tie, 2 to win. Has to make 1 to keep going. Will they put time back on the clock?
I don't think they do. And you can see in the corner of our replay screen there, that arm went up at 1.1 seconds, if you're asking me. Now, they don't have the opportunity to look at the replay. Boom, boom. Now watch the official's arm. It's up with 0.1. Thank you, Jordan, in our truck, our production truck, to show it. I thought there was 0.1. Oh my goodness.
They will put time back on the clock. They'll put it as a full second.
I got Wall 6 for 8 at the line, Greg. Does that sound right? Going into this attempt.
Tie game. Now, can you go win it?
Oh, they put a whole second up, didn't they?
Correct.
They put a whole second up, okay.
Can you make this one? Again, North Central can't stop it. Walls. Got it.
Run away if you're Attucks. Get away from the ball. Don't even risk a foul.
Has to be catch and shoot. Scott Knox. No. And Attucks, after their top two scores foul out, win the game at North Central in overtime, 77-76. What an absolute classic at North Central tonight.
That was an outstanding game. Outstanding game. You mentioned both Banks girls fouling out. Also, Zaya Jones, the 6'3 sophomore forward, fouled out of the game, which makes a big difference defensively. What a game, Greg.
Cameron Banks 31, Kennedy Banks 17, 7 Walls 15, including the last 2 points to win it. Naomi Moses had 9 for North Central, 17 for Mackenzie Rutland, 15 for Nina Whitehead. Those are the players that finished in double figures this evening. For those of you watching our girls' game, that will officially end our coverage. And now, about 35 minutes delayed, let's officially begin our boys' coverage tonight, shall we? And with that, we welcome you right back to North Central High School. Now for the boys' contest between Crispus Attucks and North Central and ISC and My Indy TV. Tonight's game is presented in part by Banks and Brower. For every hour, there's Banks and Brower. By Galitko and Daly, we go to work when you can't. Learn more at IndianaWorkers.com. By LD Smith Plumbing, the big dogs of plumbing. By Paul Logan Foundation for the betterment of Washington Township sports. By Unranked Hoops, Indy's first Eurostyle basketball academy. Check out UNRNKD.com. And by Wabash College. Schedule your visit today at wabash.edu. Yes, you see the wall of state championships over the years at North Central High School.
71, Greg.
Boys basketball has contributed to those as well. Attucks has a similar wall at their place, primarily in the 50s, with one in 2017 as well, of course. A little earlier in the boys basketball season, the girls basketball season that we just saw. Attucks so far is 1-1. PETA winning its Tech last Monday, and then an impressive loss